Alright, what's up guys? Thanks for clicking on the video. Today we got another video on our ranking of every single car in Rocket League. Today we're going to be doing the Twinzer and the Mudcat Gxt. I'm super excited to get into this. We're going to get into all the hitboxes and see my personal preference on how I feel about it. So let's get right into it. What's up guys? Here we are with the Mudcat. So this version is the Mudcat Gxt. There is a G1 version or the regular one because this is in fact a season car that came from the Game Pass. You can't get it anymore. The only way you can get it is by trading, and we all know with that two-factor authentication that's going to be a little annoying to get. But nonetheless, this is the GXT version that does have this, and this is the titanium white version. As you can see that right here, it's all white. Let me actually change the color of it just so you can see it. Which one do I want to put on? One that really works nicely. Let's actually do that. So, here you see that the decal will change in the same color as whatever color preset you choose. That's why this is purple now. But you can see that what the white outlines of the actual car look like. Personally, I like this car. It's super nice. Kind of reminds me of like a rally racing car. It has a nice little hood scoop. Kind of a nice design in the back. I do really appreciate the Asian lettering here. I'm a big Asian fanboy, so here we are. Overall, super nice. Nothing crazy, really, to be honest. Out of the box design, just a super nice car that I think a lot of people will enjoy. So let's actually get into the hitbox. Alright guys, here we are with the hitbox of the Mudcat Gxt. This does have the Octane hitbox, so I guess for some people this is more of a power hitbox, but in this case, let's just see how it compares. It does look like we do got a lot of real estate here, huh? If we look around here, you see that it protrudes a little farther in the back, which is usually in the back is not too bad because you're not really making contact with it all the time. But in the front, you see this nice little, I guess, piece of real estate. The little forward nose of the car is just sticking out. So I mean, maybe you'll notice that. I don't know. The car isn't too long to begin with, but I'm assuming it's not gonna hit the way you think it is, at least when you're bopping it with your front nose. But through the top, not too bad. Pretty nice angle right here, practically making contact with the top of the roof, and the wheels, it is what it is. Looking at the back of the car, corners aren't too bad. I think they're pretty standard, usually how it normally looks anyways. The spacing here is maybe a little bit bigger than on some cars, but nothing too bad. Looking at the front, same thing. So overall, I think the car will do okay. I mean, just looking at it, it's not the worst thing. I think that might be the worst part of it. It's definitely not like the Ford pickup where it was just terribly large. But other than that, let's actually see how it does in game. Well, overall guys, I think the Mudcat Gxt was a pretty nice car. I wasn't expecting it to do as well as it did, I guess. It was pretty fun to drive. I didn't mind it. I think, again, I'm super into these rally style type cars, so I was really enjoying it, just driving around in it and just playing my normal Rocket League. I am playing these games in my ranked gameplay, so I guess it's to probably mirror my rank with other people, see how I actually do and I guess in practicality. And overall, it's super nice. It drove really well. It has all the same, I guess, benefits as in regular Octane. Every single car I review has the same benefits, but it's obviously your perception of it. And I think overall, it's super nice. Flew in the air pretty well. I didn't feel like I was clipping anything. I didn't feel like I was not hitting the ball where I thought it was going to. It reacted pretty much how I expected to. Little things here or there, like I think that the car is probably a little narrow than I was expecting it. As you see from the back third person view, when I'm not looking in third camera, it does look a little thin. I don't know, that's just me. Again, personal preference here for sure. But overall, the car was super good, and I would recommend using it over anything else. Not really. I think the Octane's better, but overall, the car's nice. Alright guys, here we are with the Twinzer. This car is something I've been trying to play with for a while now. I don't know why I never actually do it, but every time I see it, I'm like, man, I gotta play that car. So here we are. Just looking at the first impressions of the car, it's super nice in my opinion. It has this nice rally style look to it. I don't like that these yellow trim all over the roll bars. is there, or even in the underbelly and in the back. But it is what it is. That does not change no matter what you do, as far as I know. This is a regular gray version of the car, so might prove me if I'm wrong, but here we are. I'm assuming that doesn't change color. With overall, the design is super nice. I do like these little vents that come to the side, this little, I guess, engine popping out, and I love the dual exhaust up here. The boost looks like it'll come out nicely from these two vents, and overall the car just super nice. Has that rally style look, and I'm a sucker for that kind of thing, so here we are. I'm super excited to get into the game with it, but actually let's get into the first hitbox and see how that compares. Alright guys, as I suspected from my first impressions, this car matches the hitbox very nicely, at least from the side profile. You're looking at it from the front, right here, super close. I mean, the badge bar really isn't nothing, that's right here. And as for the back, well, you don't have to worry about that too much, and that isn't too much real estate to begin with anyways. From the top, as you can see, contacts just well enough where I guess when you're playing you're not going to notice it too much. And from the sides right here, I mean, this is pretty much standard Rocket League hitboxes. You'll never get a perfect side hit, or I guess front or back view. It looks really good, fits in really nicely from the side profile. From the front, looks okay, back looks whatever, but from the top, there is a little bit of a gap right here. I think this is one of the more uglier gaps as to the cars we've recently checked on in terms of hitboxes, but I don't think it's gonna be too bad. We'll have to see how it looks like in game. Overall, I think this car matches very well. I'm super excited to play it, and let's actually get into it. Oh, and by the way, it does have the Octane hitbox, as you can see from here. I'm super excited to play it. I'm not even talking about it, but Octane hitbox, so let's see how it turns out. Alright, here we are. Gameplay wise, the Twinzer was super fun. I enjoyed every second of it. This car, I don't regret driving it at all. I knew for a long time I've been wanting to drive it, and now that I am, it's super nice. I'll definitely be using it in the future. In terms of how it handles and everything, again, the same thing as the regular Octane hitbox, but it just feels right. The car is definitely situated for me the way it needs to be. It drives, it turns left, it turns right, it does everything I need it to do, and I expect it to do, is the very most important thing. But when I was trying to roll it off the wall, when I was trying to air dribble it a little bit, not that I'm too great at it, but I was doing pretty good with it. It just reacted nicely. I got some nice 50s with it. There's really nothing wrong with this car. You really can't go wrong with it. If you like the design of it, I definitely recommend using it. It's, to be honest, it feels OP to me. It feels super nice, and I know it does not have any benefits over the regular Octane or any other car in this Octane hitbox, but just my perception of it is super nice. Whether or not you guys will agree, you guys have to try the car yourself, but let's actually get into the ranking to see how all these cars end up. Alright guys, in terms of ranking, where we last left off in our previous video of going down this series, we had the F-150 on number 1, the Breakout number 2, RMX Gxt as number 3, the XL was number 4, and Scarab as the indefinite last, at least until I find something worse. But where are we going to fit into this? Well, I think I'm going to squeeze the, I'm going to squeeze the Mudcat above the R3MX GXT, and subsequently it's going to be above the XL one, for sure above the Scarab. But that's where I'm going to put the Mudcat. It definitely feels better to me than the GXT. The GXT I think was a little bit of a flatter hitbox. I totally forgot what it was, but it just felt better to me. Not overwhelmingly better, but better. And in terms of the Twinzer, I'm gonna have to put that above. I'm gonna have to put that above the F-150. That's gonna be a new top. That car felt super nice. It just feels OP to me. That's gonna rearrange our ranking quite a bit. I guess that's not too much. So the Twinzer number 1, F-150 is gonna hit number 2, the Breakout number 3, the Mudcat's gonna take that number 4 spot, RMX Gxt is number 5, XL is number 6, and Scarab, we're just gonna say last. We're not even gonna say 7, because again, that car was just terrible for me. There's a common trend going on where if I like how the car looks, and I'm super excited to drive it, it's gonna do well in these rankings. And you know what, that's what this ranking is, just my personal preference. but that's just generally how it is. If you guys like a car, you're probably gonna do well in it, at least with a little bit of practice, but you guys are definitely gonna do good in it if you guys enjoy it. So that's my ranking. I appreciate you guys watching. Well guys, that concludes the video. We're starting to get a pretty nice list going on. I still got so many more cards coming to do, and let alone the cards that are coming out in the season pass, so I gotta pick up my game and start doing them a little bit more often. But let me know how you guys felt about the video. I do plan on making these a little bit faster, but yeah, I appreciate you guys clicking, and as always, thanks for coming in.